Where on planet Earth can you go to find the very latest developments, the latest thinking in high-performance computing? Well, my next guest has some answers. Mary Hall, welcome to the SC21 TV broadcast today. Will you please introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, and I'm glad to be here. My name is Mary Hall, and I am the director of the School of Computing at University of Utah, and I'm also this year's SC21 Tech Program Chair.
That's a lot to do. Tell us what the tech program is about this year and why you're excited about it.
This year, the theme of the tech program is science, and the conference in general is science and beyond. And so one of the messages of this year's conference is that high performance computing is not just for science anymore. And also other fields such as machine learning are influencing how we do science and how we build simulations. So there's a lot of interdisciplinary research that we're going to discuss. We're going to look at other applications of high performance computing, and we're going to look at how other domains are influencing how we conduct scientific simulation.
It just sounds so exciting. And for those who are new to the idea of SC21, give us a feeling for the breadth of the technical program.
So the technical program is not just a set of papers, but it also includes a series of invited talks, birds of a feather, so that communities can get together and talk to each other. So we're really excited that we're going to have an in-person conference in St. Louis. Because we know that not everyone will be able to travel for various reasons, we're going to make it a hybrid conference. It's going to be supported by a streaming platform. But the expectation is that most people will attend in person, but for those who need to participate remotely, we'll have mechanisms for making that a good experience as well.
So whether you're going to be there in person or virtually, what's the high priority message that you want people who are looking at that technical program to consider?
Well, I think SC is more than a technical conference. It's really an experience. And so, and it's a different experience for different people since we have such a large contingent of attendees. What I would like is for people to participate in the experience aspects, the live portions that will be also streamed. I want people to have that experience as much as possible. And our expectation is that by having a live audience, even if people are participating remotely, the kind of energy that we're accustomed to at SC will be the experience for everyone.
Now, you really know firsthand about this energy because you've been involved in the SC conferences for a number of years. Give us a little flavor for how you have been involved in the conference over the last few years.
So I spent my whole career working in high performance computing. And my first SC, I'm embarrassed, was over 30 years ago, and as a graduate student. And so, and I've attended almost all of them. There was a period when I didn't attend, a few years in there where I didn't attend SC, but I've attended almost all of them since then. And so I've watched the conference grow. That prepares me to impact the tech program because I have participated in all aspects of the tech program, and I've had leadership roles at at the level below where running the tech program in the past. And so I have seen all this different pieces of the conference and participated in most of them.
That kind of background is fascinating because it sounds to me like there's this interaction between what you do professionally for the University of Utah and then what you've been involved with the conference. How have those two responsibilities of yours interacted?
Well, I think that conducting research in the field has really helped me understand how to produce a strong tech program. I have, going back to graduate school, worked in the field. I've had funding through a lot of different agencies, particularly DOE and NSF and DARPA. So I've sort of seen those different aspects of how to advance the field of high performance computing. And I continue to do that today.
Any other areas of how the University of Utah experience there, particularly in leadership within computing at the university, has helped you prepare for the SC leadership?
Yeah, so being the director of the School of Computing is certainly a multitasking challenge, and as is being the tech program chair. And of course, both of them during a period where we were in the middle of the pandemic or recovering from the pandemic. So I think I have a lot of experience in thinking about the big picture and trying to pull pieces together to make a whole. I'm very much a core computer scientist, but I'm working with application scientists to make their code run really fast on supercomputers. So that's interdisciplinary work that is really takes an environment where people are excited about seeing that kind of impact.
So in terms of the interdisciplinary approach, what are some of the things going on in the lives of people who aren't involved in high-performance computing, how their lives are being impacted by it?
The prediction of weather has gotten, well, first of all, the demand for prediction of weather has expanded as we've had so many severe weather events in recent years. And the ability to predict weather events has dramatically improved. And, it saves lives. If you can tell people where the hurricane is headed in time to evacuate, that saves lives. And I guess in recent years, machine learning has had a big impact on people's daily lives in terms of, mundane things like suggesting something you might like to buy. Certainly there's a lot of hype about machine learning, but I think it is going to have a profound impact on science as well. And we already see that image recognition that identifies you in a picture. Well, it also might be able to figure out that you have cancer. And so we're already seeing a lot of machine learning being used in image recognition and, to accelerate simulation. I have a few other things I want to mention as
yes, please.
Of a tech program emphasis. One thing that SC has been emphasizing for going back to SC15 is this notion of reproducible science. And so over the years, we've seen advances, SC becoming more aggressive in addressing reproducible science. And this year, we're taking another big step. We have people who submit technical papers are also submitting the software artifact that gave them the results of that paper. And that way, someone else can take a look at what you did and try to reproduce it. So this year, we have a committee that is evaluating those artifacts, and it's possible to earn 3 different badges associated with your paper to show that your artifact is reproducible, your work is reproducible. That's one thing I want to emphasize. Another thing I want to emphasize, which is also the work of many years at SC, is that we're taking another step with respect to making the conference more inclusive. And so there'll be more talk of that at the conference, but we're working with SIG-HPC to have a committee at the conference for people to go and talk to about their conference experience.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because earlier you talked about your 3-decade career in computing. Would you care to reflect on how things are changing in terms of greater diversity and particularly women being involved in high performance computing?
Yes, I'd love to talk about that. I think that we are finally in a place where there is global awareness of the need to have the field of computing in general and high performance computing specifically be representative of the population and of the people who go to college and are trained in various fields. And so it's well known that diverse teams produce the best work because people come from different perspectives and they bring different things to the work. And so I think there's now global awareness, and for much of my career, this idea of diversifying the field was left to the people who were really motivated to diversify the field so they could see more people that look like them. And now everyone agrees that inclusion is important and representation is important. And I feel like the entire field is moving forward rapidly as a result of that. And I think the conference paying attention to that is just one example of movement towards inclusion.
Well, Mary Hall, thank you so much for being with us today on SC21 TV.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you all in St. Louis in November.
We'll look forward to it. Thanks again.
Thank you.